Okay, sorry that cut off. But yeah, I literally felt so uncomfortable going to the bathroom and stuff because I was molested at 5. So yeah, I had really traumatic experiences when as a child, and then growing up is really bad. I was the oddball. I never fit in. Everybody treated me like a weirdo, you know. I felt like an alien. I felt like my own family. Like I was only allowed to see my 2 brothers twice a month. Court order. That's it. And then 2 failed adoptions. One adoption lady said that I ate too much or something. Like, she complained about my eating. I went from having no food, right? I was living off of sardine crackers and saltines. I'm sorry, sardines and saltine crackers. And little stuff like that, beanie weenies and stuff like that. I went from living off of that stuff to going in the system and having all this food. So I was just like constantly trying to eat and eat and eat as a kid in the system. And this one lady that was supposed to adopt me complained to my caseworker that I ate like what I was eating, like was bothering her. So I didn't get adopted because of that. I didn't get adopted because she didn't want the responsibility of buying all these groceries or something. Yeah, like stupid shit like that. You know, I could have had a different life, different upbringing, and these people just out of spite fucking did that shit to me. Like, I deserved better than that, and nobody saw it that way. And then once every blue moon, I would meet a good person in my life, a good role model, a good parental figure, and then they would snatch them away and say that, oh, you're getting too attached to this child, so we're gonna switch you up. Like, for example, my caseworker, her name's Della, and she started getting really close to me. Like, she treated me like her daughter, her own daughter. She had a daughter, and she was trying to be that mother figure to me, even though she was my caseworker. And the facility or the government thought that she was getting too close to me. She was being too available to me emotionally. And they said she was getting too attached. So you know what they did? They took me off her caseload, and then they switched her to a different location. So she was no longer in charge of my case. How fucked up is that? Like, the only role models that would come into my life that would be there to encourage me, to keep me going, they took them away from me. That's the type of thing that these dark entities, they literally work through the government. They really do. They really tried to get me. They really tried to kill me. I really feel like that they were trying to kill me. From starting from age 5, man, it's pretty sad. But yeah, I've met so many people that were so cruel to me and messed up. And they would restrain me. They would manhandle me in the system. I was a 13-year-old little girl, and I was getting manhandled by 5 different grown-ass men, you know, in the system. And we didn't have a voice. Foster kids didn't have a voice in the system. We didn't have rights. No, the government was our guardian, our legal guardian. So we didn't have a say. I complained about being on the meds, told them that it made me feel unstable and didn't make me feel good. I always felt sick. And they never listened to me. It wasn't until I aged out and turned 19 that I finally took myself off the pills, and then I started doing a lot better. I listened to myself because I knew what was working for me and what wasn't. And then when I graduated, before I graduated and aged out, I literally, my graduation day, I graduated, walked the stage, and the caseworker that was my legal guardian, or in charge of my case, she was there at my graduation, right? But you know what she said to me? She's like, I'm surprised you graduated high school. That's what she said to me. And I was a senior, all senior year. I was A's and B's. I was a smart girl, okay? I'm a smart girl. I'm not stupid. I don't know why she could have possibly been skeptical about me succeeding in high school, you know? But yeah, like, it really pissed me off. Like, it really upset me, because that was my special day, you know, that I had finally accomplished something that everybody would have been proud of me for, right? I had family, because all the other kids were getting celebrated and getting pictures and stuff. Well, my caseworker being the total biatch that she was, scoffed at me. Pretty sad. And so, yeah, and then my first boyfriend was very traumatic to me. He abused me, very manipulated and controlling, and I did everything for him, believe me. I did everything. I cooked, I cleaned, I did everything the housewife stereotype was supposed to do for a man, and I got taken advantage of and then hurt. And then I tried to kill myself, and that's when I had that near-death experience. It wasn't until, I tried to talk to a reader one time, and having no awareness or awakening whatsoever before that, or at the time, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pay this reader to tell me something cool, right? And then she told me, she's like, well, I've never seen all these angels around, like, somebody. She was telling me that she's seeing a lot of angels, and she's like, I've never seen this many angels around somebody. And she's been doing this work for several years, she said. Excuse me. But yeah, so she was just, like, surprised that there were so many angels around me. And then she said there's a very strong protective masculine energy around you. So she said to me. And I didn't know who it was. I didn't have anybody on the other side. But I knew that I kind of felt what she was talking about. And, anyway, so, it wasn't until a couple months ago, that, okay, hold on, just a second. Okay, so a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, this literally happened a couple weeks ago, I had already been able to understand certain things about myself, like my origins. Like, I'm an origin twin. I'm an origin twin. So I have an origin union, which means it's basically like one of the first souls to be birthed from source, or first unions to be birthed from source. And these two readers, one of them I talked to first. She didn't know me, didn't know anything about me, or I didn't give her any information previously, and I was just like, okay. And then she decided herself she wanted to read me, so she felt drawn to read me, and I was like, okay, cool. So she read me, and then she was like, telling me that I am Yeshua's daughter, that I am a reincarnation of Yeshua's daughter. Okay, and then I want to say a good couple days after that, a second person I talked to, who I actually read for, she, as payment for me reading her, she read me too. She just wanted to see if I was the real deal, so I read for her. And then, and she read for me, and then we were talking about some stuff. I won't mention what we were talking about, because it's kind of something I need to keep quiet down, but she was just like, yeah, she was like, oh my God, you're reincarnation of Yeshua's daughter. How funny. How funny is that I've met you? Like, and she was channeling me, and then, and she told me that I have a specific set of gifts and stuff, and so I won't go into any more detail than that, but that's just the fact that two separate readers, channeled quite a bit of detail about me, without any previous knowledge about me, or me saying anything about myself or my experiences from childhood or memories of anything. The fact that they were channeling the same exact information was enough for me to know that that Yeshua was trying to work through them and trying to affirm to me that he wants me to recognize this, because I've been denying it for years. I've been denying the fact that the things that I felt as a child. I felt like I was his daughter. I just didn't want to believe that. I grew up in Christianity, right? I grew up in Christianity. I didn't want to believe that, because then everybody would be like, why are you sitting here trying to proclaim yourself as Yeshua's daughter? Da-da-da. No, I'm literally Yeshua's first daughter. Saint Sarah Saint Sarah, I was Sarah, which is crazy because my best friends, I had one best friend from high school, her name was Sarah, and then another girl I had met when I was 13, her name was Sarah. I was constantly meeting best friends that were named Sarah. I don't know why, but now I know. I kid you not, like I didn't search this information out. I wasn't trying to feed that to myself. I wasn't trying to tell myself that I'm Yeshua's daughter. But I am. And I have a very important mission. Very important mission. And I've been attacked all my life. And they've been trying to get me. They've been trying to take me down since as long as I can remember. I remember being a kid and I remember having some very graphic, disturbing dreams, night terrors of demons trying to bite off my parents' heads and then scare me and chase me through the woods and stuff. Like some very dark, demonic shit was trying to stop me, you know. You know, and the fact that they could sense my power as a child. Even as a child, they could sense it, you know. And so yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a big deal. Not to be cocky, but I'm gonna play a major role in a lot of this stuff, and I really, really want to help people. I want people to understand who I am. And I kid you not, I've actually had some weird synchronistic soul family return to me as well. Like my sister. Guys, she is a reincarnation of Mary Cleophas, or Cleophas. I can't say it. She's literally the same soul as Mary Cleophas. I can't say her name. I can't say her last name for some reason. But she looks like her. She acts like her. I know my sister, okay? She's not related to me, but she's my soul family, okay? We're so in sync. We finish each other's sentences. We're constantly thinking of each other at the same time. We say the same thing at the same time in front of people, and they're like looking at us like, what the fuck? What the hell just happened? Like, there's a couple people that can attest to that. Like, yes, we're definitely soul family and in tune with each other. And she's very close to me. We met when we were in foster care. Yeah, she's been close to Yeshua too herself as a child, and she's my soul family. So that means she's related. She's one of the souls that have chosen to come with me through this journey and to assist me. But that is who she is. I know she had posted a couple days ago, or maybe five weeks ago. Oh my god. But yeah, like about 5 weeks ago, I'm sorry, 5 days ago, people were responding to her very negatively. And I want to address that. That's my sister, guys. Please don't be mean to my sister. That's my sister. I love her to pieces. She's very kind, very sweet. She's very sensitive. And she goes through a lot. And I don't need people bullying her on this page. Please don't do that. You know, because I'm going to have a problem with that if you do that to my sister. She's expanding herself, and I want her to continue to do that. And I don't need people telling her that she's not who she feels she is. I know who she is. I know who she is. I know her facial expressions. I know her soul signature. And the energy of this person reminds me so much of my sister. And I know for a damn fact that that's her. Because why else would she be this close to me, and why else would she be like a sister to me had she not been related to me? And there's 3 Marys, right? 3 Marys. If y'all do some research, Yeshua and the 3 Marys, and my sister's one of them. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, like, I will protect her. I have protected her before energetically at a higher level, even in her dream space. There's been dream spaces where we've shared dreams together, and I actually had to be her shield because she wasn't as evolved as I was. But I've had to literally push people out of her life, push people away from her, beings that were trying to attack her. There's some negative energy that I've been noticing trying to work through people. And I want you all to acknowledge that if you're in a low vibration, you could be potentially channeling negative energy, and they could be trying to work through you to hurt other people that are very important. So I want you all to be very conscious of what you're saying to people. I don't care if you're the skeptic. You can be skeptic. You can have your beliefs. It's fine. I respect that. But if there's a person out there that feels like what she's experienced in revelations, past life memories, she actually has fears of water, right? My sister is definitely scared of deep waters, and she couldn't figure out why. Well, it come to find out that this Mary actually passed away in water, deep waters. She died at sea. My sister is terrified of deep waters. I know how she feels. She doesn't lie, and I'm not going to sit here and tell her that she's a liar. There's a reason that past life fear is coming back and resurfacing. There's a reason. And now that she realizes that that's why, because her past incarnation, she still has leftover trauma from that death. And I know for a damn fact that's her. She does this expression where she slants her eyebrows when she's you can see some of her pictures that she literally like smiles, and then sometimes her eyebrows go like this. And this Mary Cleophas does the same thing. And then when she complains, like, I know my sister very well, like when she complains and she cries, sometimes her eyebrows do the same thing like that. Or when she's whiny, she does that. She does that with her face, and in her face and her hair. This lady's hair is really finely curly. My sister's hair is naturally curly. Like, it's so much, she has trouble with it sometimes getting ready for work. You know, like, she literally looks like Mary Cleophas. And then you guys can look up, I'm gonna share a picture of Saint Sarah so you guys can compare and contrast some of my pictures that I have. But I am definitely Yeshua's daughter. I had some really crazy pictures pop up in my front of my face, and like, oh my god, that's me. But yeah, I will share those later. Let me see if there's any. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about here. Let me see. Oh, shielding techniques. Okay, those of you going under that are under psychic attacks, you can shield yourself with a golden shield. You can remove implants. A lot of you will have implants. Almost everybody I know has implants in them. If you have random aches and pains anywhere on your body, the chances are there's implants from negative entities. You know? So, hold on. But yeah, I want you guys to know that you can remove those. What I do, I usually visualize pulling them out. If I feel a pain somewhere, if I feel like something's stabbing me in the eye or stabbing me somewhere, I know that that's something that's trying to invade my energy field and try to put things and block me from having insights or being expansive. So I want you to know that you're able to remove those implants by yourself too. I mean, it's okay to beseech people for that specific thing. Extractionists, people who extract implants. I mean, you can self-teach yourself how to do it. It's really easy. All you really need is your third eye. You need the use of your third eye, and you need to be able to visualize what you want to do with that implant. So sometimes you can visualize pulling it and then smashing it on the ground. There's various types of implants. I recommend doing research on what types of implants exist and what they're used for, and then find a way to get rid of them from your body, and be open to the fact that you do have them, because chances are you do. Because if you're not aware of implants, you weren't aware of implants at all, you have implants. Okay, and it's not something that you should be scared of. Okay, there's no reason to be scared. You can remove them yourself. You can have somebody help you. A Reiki healer, somebody else can help you, assist you, you know. But you know what? You can always teach yourself to do that. And I recommend I recommend that. I recommend you teaching yourself and learning as much as you can on how to remove them. It's going to be pivotal for you on how to combat these energies, these negative ones. Believe me, there's a lot of them. And I don't want you guys to be like, well, there's no such thing as demons, da-da-da. There's no such thing as negative stuff. Yes, there is. To believe that there's not, that it's not there is basically shutting your eye off and be like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to choose to see these things that exist. So if they attack me, I'm not going to see them attack me, right? This is a universe. We need to be able to learn to defend ourselves and stand in our empowerment. That means being aware of things, good and bad. Please do not deny that there's not anything that's negative out there. Yeah, the negative forces can, in a way, teach us to be stronger. But their intentions to us are not good. And it's good to be wary and discerning of that. Okay? Don't just sit there like, oh, they're just attacking me. But this is going to make me stronger, right? Don't be like that. No. You need to stand your ground. Stand your ground, okay? You have no power here. Stand down. You are nothing. Your day is done. You know, say that 3 times at them. If you're being under attack, if you're under attack, you can command these things out of your space. You have the authority of God. You have the authority of the God's voice, God's I am presence, to command these entities out of your space, and they are compelled to leave. You stand up to these things. They have no choice but to listen to you. Because you're operating under the authority of God, of the divine, your I am presence, your higher self, your God self. You have the authority to banish things out of your house. You know, you have that authority. Nobody else should. You don't need to seek a exorcist person. You don't need to do exorcism. You don't need to do all that kind of crap. You can tell them to get out. You know, excuse my language, but you can tell them to get out. You command those energies out of your space and visualize a golden shield around yourself, your auras. You have 3 layers of auras. Visualize each layer covered in gold shields. And then visualize your house covered in a gold shield. And then visualize mirror, like the outer lining of those shields coated with mirror reflection, okay? So that whatever is being directed at you gets redirected back at its source so that it could be healed and transmuted and looked at and addressed. Don't let people bully you. I want to teach you guys to stick up for yourselves. Don't let people tell you that you're not what you are. You know, don't let people make you feel like that whatever it is you're trying to do with your life, your dreams, your manifestations, if you want to be with your twin, if you want to do all this, you want to manifest something for your career, you can do all that. The answer is always yes from the universe. There's never a time where the universe is going to be like, no, you're not allowed to do this because it's not possible right now. No, it's possible now. It's always possible. And it's always a yes. Think of yourself like divine spoiled brat, right? Divine has children, and his children get everything they want, right? That's just me being humorous. Anyway. Whatever you want, whatever you ask for, whatever guidance, whatever thing you possibly need or want for yourself and your family, your loved ones, no, it's always a yes. It's always a yes. Divine will always try. He will always work with you. You know, he will always work with you to manifest. So believe that wholeheartedly. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not going to be able to do that. I've been in situations where people were taking advantage of me financially because at the time I had an influx of money. I was getting a lot of money. And they're like, well, if you want to stay here, you need to pay me this and this and this. And then, like, I would pay them, right? Like, okay, that's fair. And then they would deny me my right to eat my food. They would deny me the right to use the washer and dryer. They actually forced me to dry my clothes outside, you know, and they didn't want me using all the toilet paper or paper towels. Like, these people, man, these people are being utilized by dark forces to really get under my skin, really hurt me, right? To really abuse me. You know, I want you guys to be wary of that. What situations in your life do not serve you? What situation in your life does not support who you truly are, does not support what you want to do with your life. Who in your life? Is it family? Family trying to tell you that you can't do what you want to do for your life and your career? Is your family trying to tell you what to do with your children? Is your family trying to tell you, you need to go to school, you need to do this and this and this? What is your family doing that's trying to, in what way are they trying to put chains on you and control you and contain you, your ability to fly high and away, look at that and then find a way to really step up to that plate and tell them that you're not allowed to tell me what to do with my life. You're not allowed to tell me I cannot do this and this. You're not allowed to tell me that I can't go to this place and live here. You're not allowed to tell me I can't buy this stuff. I can't do this and that. Like, don't let these people walk all over you. This is what has happened to me all my life. These people will sit there and try to control you. They'll take from you, right? Not all. They'll definitely take from you whatever gifts you could possibly think of to give to them, whatever kindness, sweetness you want to offer them, and then they'll turn around and treat you like crap. And I want you to be discerning of those people and cut them out of your life. That is the best advice I can give you. Cut those people out, no matter if they're family, no matter who they are. If it's a job, it's a place that you're living situation. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel supported and loved and given the space to be who you truly are in your spirituality full force, if you feel like you can't even speak about these topics without upsetting people, get the hell out of those situations. Ask God to help you create another situation that is better fitted to your needs and desires and personality and spirituality and expansion. God will deliver. God will work with you. Divine will work with you. Okay? Mother Kasha, Father Papa Son will work with you. Call out to them. They will work with you. Okay, it's always a yes. Always a yes. Whatever your heart desires is yours. Always. I want you all to know that you're always supported. You're not alone. There's people out there going through the same thing. I've been through it myself. You name it, I've been through it. I've been through it already. And those experiences they're gonna make you feel stronger. They're gonna teach you something, and they're gonna really give you the backing that you need to be able to assist others in the same situations. Just like Yeshua, how he humbled himself down to the slaves. He dressed he literally dressed in the drapes and the sandals, and wanted to really understand them as a people, right? He wanted to understand them, empathize with them, understand their ways of life, and understand their suffering. And he humbled himself. By experience. He humbled himself to that experience and learned from it, right? That's what God has arranged for you. I mean, this is your soul arranged that you pre-plan this with God. You sign up for all these hard lessons, and then you're here to overcome those things and be able to turn around and transmute it, and then also help others that are going through the same thing. You gain wisdom from your suffering. You know what I mean? Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your situation. Don't give up on your dreams, your desires, your hopes. Don't give up on your twin. Please don't give up on yourself. I had my moments too where I wanted to give up. There was times I literally tried. I tried to take my life. And that didn't do anything. I wasn't going to do anything. You know what's going to happen though? You're going to get recycled. You know that, right? You get recycled every time you die. If you don't realize that you can break out of this matrix of reincarnation until you've realized that, hey, I don't need to be here, right? I don't need to be here, but I came here to help humanity. I acknowledge my feelings. I acknowledge my suffering. I acknowledge that I've been through this stuff and it hurts. But you know what? I'm going to overcome this, and I'm going to heal. I'm going to heal. God's going to help me get through it. Divine loves me so much that he's going to help me. Because it's the truth. I know times that we're so disconnected from our higher selves. We're so disconnected from spirit. We don't know when we're being supported. I've been there myself. I thought God had given up on me. I thought maybe Yeshua gave up on me a couple times. I'm gonna be honest. A couple of days, I've been kind of struggling. I've been like, I don't know, Yeshua, are you angry with me? You know, like all this stuff. Like anything that's causing doubt, anything that's causing me to feel low, can't be possibly anything of the light. You know what I mean? There are energies and entities out there that will come around you and then try to make you feel like depressed. Depression, all that stuff, doubts, self-doubt, self-sabotage, all that's just another, it's an implant, energy thought process. Energy implant thought process. It's an implant that has been inserted into your thought process, and you're being made to believe these things. So if you notice you're aware, you're feeling doubtful about yourself and whether the universe supports you, know that that is an entity that needs to get out of your house, and you can command it out of your house. Be like, whoever's trying to bring me down, make me feel like God doesn't love me, divine doesn't love me enough to give me everything I want you out of my space. Get out. You know, be firm. Stand in that goddess energy and just tell them what to do. They have to abide. You are God embodiment. You are I am in God. Okay? You are literally the image. You are literally the embodiment. That is all true. And you have the authority to command them out of your space. You don't have to be around those things. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to tolerate them. So whatever it is that's bothering you, know that you can address it. I really hope you guys have learned so much from me. If you guys have any more questions for me, just let me know and I will make another video. I really, really hope you guys have a wonderful evening. It's 8:47 p.m. here in Texas. I really hope that you guys feel better, and I hope you guys expand and acknowledge the things that you're listening to from these videos. I'm sorry that I had to post it into 2. I ran out of space. But it was very important, and I'm sad that I had to do it a second time. But you know what, I guess I'm glad I kind of did it a second time, because I was able to really evaluate everything I need to go over. I had a lot of repetitive questions. But yeah, and then some recommendations for energy tools. Go on YouTube, look up 5D light body activation. 9,000 hertz meditation frequency music. Okay, light body. You need to upgrade it. That's very important. Activate it, use it. And then astral projection. Some of you wanted some recommendations for astral projection. I would start by listening to astral projection frequency music. Okay, when you go to sleep, literally play it all night long when you're sleeping. You will automatically be you will feel it. You will dream. You will remember. You will remember astral projecting. You will remember everything. Listen to it as much as you need to, until you really start feeling yourself coming out of your body, and really being lucid and being able to understand what's happening around you. You know, and then once you get better at that, you know, being aware of how you're astral projecting, how you're coming out of your body and your surroundings, how to navigate that way in that body, you can do it while awake. I lay down and I just sit there and I relax. Close my eyes and I just relax, and I cover my eye. Sometimes I cover my eye like this to put more darkness on my eye, or shadow, to be able to see clearer for some reason. I don't know why, but it helps me. And then I just lay there, and then I visualize where I want to go. I visualize, I'm like, okay, I want to go to a planet where there's ETs, or a positive ETs. I set the intention that I'm safe, I'm protected. I have my golden shield around my body. I visualize the golden shield. And then I activate my third eye. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to be able to communicate my environment. I'm going to be able to tangibly feel it. So I visualize grabbing something, whatever's around me, and in that planet. I touch it, I smell, I breathe in. I try to feel my feet on the ground, or I try to feel the air on my skin. You know, something that's tangible in my body, right? Visualize it. And then when you get to that, when you really start feeling that you're going to be able to you really feel yourself there. And then you're going to be able to interact with the environment there. wherever it is you want to go to. So yeah, you could start with the moon. Go to the moon, guys. Go to the moon. Visualize yourself stepping on the moon, right? That's what I did. That's what I did, and I don't know why, but it worked. It worked. I did it naturally, and it worked. That was the first step, like a baby step out of Earth. That was exciting. And then I started encountering ETs for some reason. I want you guys to know that there are some good and bad ETs, so just be discerning of who they are. Okay, who you're interacting with. Don't just trust anything. If anything tries to be sexual with you, please do not acknowledge that. Like, set your boundaries. Like, hey, I'm not here to do all that. I'm here to experience and expand myself. Like, I reserve the right to protect my body as I'm astral projecting. Okay, do that. Set the intention. And then for sealing the aura, what you can also do, an exercise that I like to do, or I have done it before, visualize yourself sitting on the ground, my Mother Gaia, and then visualize channeling light, golden liquid light into your crown chakra, and then running it down to your root chakra, and then from your root chakra, I want you to pull in the golden liquid light from the earth energy field. Pull it up into your root chakra and then move it into your heart chakra, literally, and then push it out. Push out any congestion out of your heart chakra. That's one way you can do it. Or you can visualize being showered with golden white light liquid, or just white light itself, and then having it like shine through your body, like your body's like a filter, right? Or like a mesh. Visualize your body like it's mesh, and then like all that liquid being, or light being streamed through that mesh. You could do that. If you feel like you have implants, you can visualize putting mesh, like using a screen mesh, and then just like setting attention that you want this mesh to pull all the implants off your body, and then just drag it down your body slowly, and then grabbing all the implants, and then pushing them to earth, and then ask Mother Gaia to pull those implants and transmute them. You could do that to clear yourself of implants. And then other tools. Let's see. I have a whole playlist, by the way, of frequency music. I specifically work on the light bodies first. So I look up things for light body activation. And then I look up heart chakra activation and healing. And then I look up third eye and crown chakra healings, activations. And then I go into telepathy activation and healing. Activations, basically. And then I listen to astral projection frequency music, meditation music while I sleep. Or if I'm sitting there meditating, I have nothing to do all day, I'll sit there and I'll just lay down with my eyes closed, and then I'll meditate, and then just will myself out of my body and explore. But I always do it in that order. Because it's not only am I activating my light body, I'm also cleaning out the chakras that I need to use while I'm out there. And then I use the telepathy, which is for me communicate with my environment, right? And then the astral projection, which is what pushes you out of there, right? So just start doing it that order. That should help you. Be careful with attaching yourself to people that you encounter, please. Don't attach yourself to anybody and like, oh, this is my twin, da-da-da. Like, please don't do that. Because you know why? You can meet anybody out there metaphysically, fifth density, what have you, and still interact with them in that way. It's not always a twin flame thing. Okay? I want you to be very aware of that. Because there are some people that have made that same mistake and has caused problems. And we don't need attachment. If there's any type of attachment at all, that's an indication of negative energy. You can remove your own cord, remove the cords from people. Say if you think you have a cord to somebody, visualize pulling the cord like you would a plant from the ground, right? The plant has roots, right? So you want to pull that cord, root and all, out of that person's body that belongs to you, if you suspect that you have an attachment, or vice versa. And then after you're done pulling that third cord, visualize golden white light going into that space to fill it up. The space that you just cleared, the hole where the implant was with the roots. Fill that space with white light and seal it. Visualize it sealing that space so that person doesn't leak energy in their aura. Okay? And do the same thing for yourself. Okay, so if you think somebody's got a cord to you, visualize grabbing that cord that person has to you and yanking it out, root and all, and then visualize putting or get rid of the cord, just drop it, throw it to earth, ask Mother Gaia to transmute it, and then visualize golden white liquid light going into your the space that you just removed the cord from, and then seal it up in your aura so that you don't have any auric leaks. It's very important. That is very important to do when you're pulling cords. So if you have any auric tears, anything can get into your energy field and cause trouble. Do you understand me? Please understand that. That is very important. If you have auric tears, smoking, drinking alcohol, even smoking weed will cause auric tears. Okay? That will cause auric tears, and that will enable things to get in your system and then cause problems. Leach out of your energy. If you feel drained often, chances are you have an implant or a siphon on you, and energy has attached itself to you, and it's gotten into your auric field via tear in your aura. Okay? And that's how they need energy. You can command it off of you, and you can pull that cord that it has to you, whatever implant, siphon they have to you, you can pull that out. Remember to seal yourself up, and then ask Mother Gaia to transmute it, or if you need to, call in whatever archangel that you feel closest to. Ask that archangel to come and pull that energy and take it away. Whatever is trying to bother you. Okay? But make sure you stand your ground to it. Don't let them walk all over you. Don't be so energetically like, I feel so helpless, I can't do it. You can always do it. Okay? Do that saying that I just said. You have no powers here. Stand down. You are nothing. Your day is done. Say that 3 times. And say it with firmness and authority. The Holy Trinity. I'm saying to you to say it 3 times because a lot of those things hate the Holy Trinities, okay? Sacred. Anyway. So I'm trying to think of, is there anything else that anybody was asking me? Drink lots of water. Grape juice if you want to see or open your clairvoyance. Drink grape juice. And drink lots of water. You can eat grapes too. Eat grapes or purple fruit and vegetables, but mostly grape juice is a number one for me. I really like to drink grape juice if I want to use my third eye, especially if I'm astral projecting and I want to see what's around me. Drink grape juice before you astral project. It's so awesome. Anyway. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. If y'all have any more questions, let me know, and I will make another video. Okay, alright. Love and light. Love you. Bye.